Well, the Chiefs won. Yay, I was right. Close game though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of tired right now from watching it. Ah, boy. I know today's Friday, which reminds me, happy Friday, everyone, but we all still have work to do right before the weekend. And it's actually supposed to be a fairly nice weekend. Although, I'll be honest, it's actually, yesterday was really warm. In fact, that's actually my high for yesterday, is that yesterday was very, very warm. Like, we had what's called an Indian summer. That's like 60-degree weather in like the wintertime or whatever. Actually, the people down south, it's just plain cold here for them. I shouldn't say that. They're very nice people down south. Anyway, let's see. What was my low? My high was we had really nice weather yesterday. Well, actually, another part of my high before I get to that is because my cousins and I do sort of Secret Santas, and I just got mine yesterday. I mean, I don't want to show it off forever, but I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. That was awesome. Can't believe that I was given such an item. I'm very happy for that. Thank you very much. Let's see, what would be my low? I guess my low is the fact that I kind of did have some plans yesterday, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to do them. Now I kind of regret it, but you know what? It's fine. I gotta live with that anyway, so it's cool. Plus, I guess my low is also the fact that I have talked about that. I am seeing a therapist, and Wednesday, but now it's a sort of thing I'm recently. Like, Wednesday was the last time that I'll be able to see him this calendar year. In 2021, we'll be seeing him until 2022. So, it's always so weird. Actually, I'll get to my act of kindness before I begin to ramble. Sorry. And my act of kindness was, I got to come and thank my mom for a couple of stuff, and I actually got my Secret Santa Christmas gift in order as well. And my cousins should be receiving their gift, and I made sure it'd be to their address by the 23rd, so right before Christmas. So, yeah, it was should be really nice. Anyway, gosh. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually so tired right now, I could almost fall asleep here, but I don't want to do that. So, where do I begin? Oh, right, I was gonna ramble on, one of my pet peeves is, like, around this time of year, especially back when I was in school, because we'd be going home for, the winter break soon, and the first time we'd all be in school together again would be in 2022. And a bunch of people say, like, see you all next year. I'm like, guys, we're only going to be gone for a couple weeks. If anything, you're better off saying I'll see you next month, to be honest. But I get why, because, there is a sort of finality to, December and everything that it has to offer. And on top of all that, you have, at least for me, the last couple of days where I talked about some pretty big stuff, and, now it just sort of seems as if, 2021 has really reached, the climax of the year, even though it's still a smidgen. Personally, I think the climax is around next week, but, sort of, if anything, this week was like sort of warm up for that, But, emotionally I am feeling, a lot better. I feel both emotionally drained, yet also very relieved every time I do the video that I do on December 14th. I mean, yeah, I sort of have to revisit it, in a couple of days. But for now, I feel content. I feel at ease. Like it feels good. Like I can go on throughout the course of my day, able to, relax and move on a little bit, I look all fancy having my legs crossed like this. Figured, no one wanted to see, crash shot. And plus, I ain't people being fancy and debonair. I want to show off for that a little bit, So, I suppose I should probably talk about this last set of movies as, the last two Thursdays, because before Totally Not Mark got in trouble from Toei, he was going to do one video for Tobey Maguire, one for Andrew Garfield, or at least a two-part for Andrew Garfield, and one for Tom Holland. But I guess it feels kind of weird that I'm here because Spider-Man Far From Home just came out, and admittedly I did kind of want to see it yesterday, but again, that was honestly not seeing Spider-Man Far From Home. That's what I wound up not doing yesterday. I mean, it really is because of the pandemic, but I cannot remember it's been forever since I've seen a movie. It really has been. But I kind of just lost my love for it because, it's, the pandemic and everything, and, I missed a lot of, stuff. I'm really far behind in a lot of movies. Movies that, by all accounts, I easily should have seen. But that doesn't mean I can't really tell you what my thoughts on, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, or the MCU Spider-Man movies are like. Well, actually, before I really begin to talk about Tom Holland, I need to bring up the fact that Spider-Man Homecoming was not the first MCU Spider-Man appearance. It was Captain America Civil War, which I will never forget the trailer for that movie, where Iron Man, played by Tony Stark's like, on the roof! And then, Spider-Man shows up. And I remember the entire world just completely fell on its head. I mean, you can make an argument that what COVID did the exact same thing, but in a very, very, very bad way. But regardless. And I remember a lot of people were just instantaneously gravitated towards Tom Holland. There were people already declaring that he was the best. By far. And it wasn't even close. And don't get me wrong, at the time I could see where they're coming from. And I really do like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, absolutely. In fact, by default, especially as a Far From Home from what I hear, he really is the best. But at the time, I just remember feeling so bad because the Amazing Spider-Man movies, in which Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man, by all accounts, they were originally the fastest reboot in history. Only a decade or so. And in half of that time, we have yet another Spider-Man reboot. So, I feel kind of bad that they couldn't really they couldn't, I know, contracts and everything, and Sony and Disney and Marvel and everything. I get that. But man, seeing Andrew Garfield, well, technically, yeah, now he is in the MCU, spoiler alert. But seeing Andrew Garfield face off with everyone in Captain America Civil War would have been so awesome. I guess it's just one of those things that, I mean, I'm sure years from now somebody's going to make like a super cut or super edit or something along the lines where Tom Holland is, Andrew Garfield is. I mean, people do that sort of stuff all the time. It's definitely within reason to do. But in terms of my thoughts on, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, I think they're great. Like, really and truly. I mean, both movies did a great job of upping the stakes for their given situation. I mean, in Homecoming, you really do have, Peter Parker, getting into grips more and more with becoming Spider-Man and dealing with the responsibilities of such, as well as, girl trouble. We all have that, right? And in Far From Home, and I just screwed it up, but Far From Home was the one that came out in 2019, and No Way Home is the one that's out now. Right, okay. So, Far From Home comes out, and now Peter Parker has to deal with the pressures of being, a superhero, having a few very close people in his life who know his secret identity, Aunt May, and, his friend, MJ, and that one sort of kid who's his best friend. Sorry, I forget his name, I'm so sorry. But now he also has to deal with the fact that, in Avengers Endgame, he pretty much saw his idol die right before his eyes. Spoiler alert, Tony Stark died at the end of Avengers Endgame. And now, with the main 6 members of the Avengers gone, for whatever reason, Thor is with the Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America lived a happy life with Agent Carter, and, everything else that went on. Like, Tom Holland is essentially on his own. Peter Parker is essentially on his own. I'll probably be using Tom Holland and Peter Parker interchangeably, by the way. So now, with all these big things going on in the world, and now everyone, thanks to Mysterio in Far From Home, knows who Peter Parker is, or Spider-Man's identity is. You have everyone, including J. Jonah Jameson, played once again by J.K. Simmons. Thank you so much for brought back J.K. Simmons. When I first saw that, I was so happy. Anyway, so now the world knows who he is and what he stands for and everything. And when your mentor is gone, you don't really have many people to turn to. I mean, yeah, you still have the friends and family in your life who know your identity, but now that the world knows your identity, they're going to be going after your friends and family too. Which, yeah, there is now, people always wonder, why do superheroes have secret identities? This is why. The bad guys to go in and attack your friends and family and no one will ever be safe. That's just how it is. The only way that they'd stop is if you stop being a superhero. And there needs to be, and you being a superhero is the reason why crime was being thwarted to begin with. Again, it's just a never-ending cycle of good versus evil. And even in real life, no, there isn't any superheroes in real life, but it's still a constant struggle. Sometimes it feels for every one good thing that happens, something bad immediately comes after it to even everything out. In worst cases, it's, one step forward and 2 steps back. Funny enough, Naruto had a similar sort of problem. that's a topic for a different day. But maybe there really isn't supposed to be an answer. At least not a definitive one. I think if Spider-Man really taught the world anything, outside of, with great power comes great responsibility, or, stuff like that. Spider-Man really does teach you, no matter what, life goes on. Good and bad things are going to happen in life, and there's no escaping from that. But that doesn't mean you necessarily have to let it get to you. There's always a way to make things better if you really, feel happy and really want to try putting effort into it. And honestly, I think that's what Spider-Man really does every day in his world. And outside of the fact that Spider-Man is really relatable, because seriously, when Spider-Man first came out, a lot of people gravitated towards him because of how relatable he was. Because he really was just an average kid, living his life being a superhero. He still did what he could to be a good person. I think we all aspire to be that way. Huh. I actually got kind of deep there, huh? I guess you could always say that Spider-Man is the man. Like, favorite, chat, the subscribe button, follow me on the social platform, YouTube. I'm very home this video for all of you guys watching Joe video. We'll be a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And everybody's going to talk to you later. Take care and make good choices. Have a nice day. You know what? For today's YouTube channel shout out, who I've been seeing a lot of lately? Well, keep in mind, it's the holidays. There's going to be a lot of food-related videos coming out. So you know what? I'll get started on my food-related channel. Starting with, I'll start with, I'll start with the doubleheader. Good Mythical Morning and the Mythical Kitchen. You guys are awesome. Rhett and Link are the man. And Mythical Chef Josh, you're also awesome. Don't fully agree with your stances on using ranch dressing, but you're okay. But you're still awesome in my book. Take care.